Today, we will mainly talk about the usage of Novita AI GPU instances. We will use the vLLM service as an example and finally launch the Meta Llama 3.18b model. This will involve some basic GPU instance features such as the Llama 3.18b template and cloud storage functionality. These features can be adjusted as needed during the service. First, open the console and go to the GPU instance interface. Here, you will see some templates officially provided by Novita AI, including PyTorch, TensorFlow, CUDA, etc. However, the vLLM we are using today is not included in the official templates, so we need to create a custom template, launch the image, and define parameters manually. The first step is to create a template. Template name needs to be defined manually. In the container image field, enter the official image of vLLM. Note that since this image is publicly available, anyone can pull it, so no authentication is required. If it is a private image, authentication information may need to be added here. In the Start command field, vLLM needs to be defined, specifying the model to be launched. For container disk, since this demonstration does not require a large local disk capacity, we will place the data on cloud storage for easy reuse. We also need to expose ports with two types of protocols, HTTP and TCP. HTTP is relatively basic. In the environment variable section, since we need to pull models from Hugging Face and store them in the cloud, we need to define two variables. The token shown here is for demonstration purposes only. After creating the template, cloud storage needs to be set up. Add a new network volume, choose a region, and you will see the available GPU card types. Name the cloud storage and define its size. You can then select the private template, choose the corresponding cloud storage to be used, and select a GPU card based on the actual service requirements on the first page. Note that cloud storage usually has a default address, but to facilitate reusing models downloaded from Hugging Face later, this path should be modified. These settings can be adjusted later. Once the information and pricing are confirmed, deployment can begin. After deployment is initiated, click Logs to view the instance creation process. In the instance logs, you will see the log for launching the vLLM service, where you can find some default parameters, such as the port and the model being launched. In the Connect section, you can see options like Web Terminal and SSH. Web Terminal is a browser-based terminal that allows you to access the instance through a web page. It can be opened as needed, and the user's private username and password will be displayed here, which will be required for login. After connecting to the web terminal, enter the username and password provided earlier to access the instance. If testing and development are needed, you can debug within the container in this way. SSH allows login to the container using the standard protocol, also requiring authentication link and password. Both functions serve the same purpose. If you use TCP login, it will be displayed here. After the service starts successfully, we use the standard access method of vLLM to access the service. After exiting the terminal to the local environment, Enter the specific port and service API to access the service and receive the responses to our queries. Since this was the first deployment, the process took some time. After deleting the existing instance, you'll notice that redeployment with the correct path information will be much faster. Additionally, if there is a need to modify or upgrade the image, you can do so via the upgrade function. Instances can also be rebuilt without changing resources, and additional exposed ports can be added.